Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Sylvia the Crafty Old Lady, and today we're going to make a waterfall just like this one, but a little bit bigger, and it goes up and down like that. And I learned how to do this by watching Rosa Kelly's scrapbooking, and I'll leave a link to her video because I think she could probably explain it better than me, and I'm hoping I remember how. I might have to watch the video again myself. So this is 3 by 8.5. We're going to score at 1/2 inch and 1 inch, 1.5 inches, 2 inches, 2.5, and 3. Okay, we need a piece that's 3 by 8.5. This one is 3 by 6.5. This is 7 by 1/2 inch, and these are 3 by 3. And now we will assemble, and I might end up covering the bottom part of this so it looks prettier. I do like to use more along the lines of thicker paper like cardstock. I think it's sturdier. And let's see now, what else do we need to do? So I've already scored this. We're going to score the 3 by 6 piece, which is this, or 6.5, 1/2 inch from each end, like this. So there we go, like that. And we'll turn it around and score that side at 1/2 inch. Alright, the next step is to glue these cards onto each one of these, and I'm going to actually start at the bottom. I think that will be less messy, and I'm going to alternate my patterns and make sure I do it straight. Okay, so it's going to go that way. Let's see. It doesn't really matter which way. I would like it to go this way. Alright, so I'm going to put some glue on the first flap, and I want to make sure I'm doing that right. Yeah, it's going to go this way. So we're going to put that there. I'll put this on this way. Right there. Try to center it. Don't go on, don't glue your card over the fold though, or you won't be able to fold it. So there we go. My strip is just a teensy bit wider than my cards. So that's okay, I just want to center it. And now we'll do an alternate design. I'm not really great at describing what I'm doing. I'll put that one there, or describing how I'm doing it. And now we'll do the next design again. Now you can put pictures on these, or you can what you can also do is put another plain piece of paper in the middle and write on it. You can do all kinds of things with this to display stuff. Just want to make sure I'm straight. Now we got our circles again. And there. Little polka dots. This one. Oh, I did it wrong. Oh boy, I am gonna have to wipe that off. Actually, it might be easier just to cut another one, which is what I'm gonna do. Alright, I got my next one cut, and we're gonna put it right on here. Yeah, I thought it would be just easier to cut a new one than try to rub this glue off. Oops, make sure that's straight on there. And then the last one. And you don't have to round the corners either. You can do it however, you know, it could be square or rounded. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's what that should look like. And these are all your, oop, there's glue on that. I don't know how I manage to get glue everywhere. Alright, so that's going to dry for a minute. The next thing we want to do is measure how big we're going to make our loop. This is going to be a loop. And so we want to leave a tiny bit of space, like I don't know, 1/8 of an inch maybe? So we have room, you know, so it won't get stuck when you're trying to slide it. So let's just kind of bend it around on one side. Make sure you're bending it straight. Now you can measure, the measurements are here. You would score it at 3/8, 3 1/8, and 6 1/4 to make a loop. But I tried doing that and it was too big or too small. I can't remember. So I'm going to leave a little bit off like that. And then I'm going to fold it right there. And fold it straight. And then we're going to glue the loop together. Alright, so let's just make sure we'll be able to slide it. Oh yeah. Okay, and so now I'm just going to put some glue here. I'm actually going to tape it too, I think, with some Scotch tape. And we're going to glue it like that. And I'm going to put some tape around it. That's what Rosa, I believe she did, if I remember correctly. No one's going to see it, so it doesn't matter. You know, if you can see the tape, it doesn't matter because this is going to be on the inside. So there we go. I'm just going to cut this part off. My little scissors. So this is our sliding thing. And now we will finish constructing. So what we're going to do next is we're going to make sure this is in the middle because we don't want to get glue on this yet. And we're going to glue these pieces together on these strips here. So, two-sided, double-sided scrapbook paper would really be good for this project, because then you don't have to worry about which side is going to show and which side's going to be pretty. So we're going to now do this. Oops, make sure that's not there. Oop. Okay, so it's still sliding, so that's good. I mean, so far so good. Okay, so the next step is to open this up, pull your slider piece all the way to the bottom, and put glue on it on the top here. And we're going to close it. So we're going to glue that, and then we're going to make a tab. So I'm going to, yeah, and you could also still add a little decorative piece there. I don't think I am now that I think about it. I should have done that first, I believe. And if you wanted to do that, you could just go from, you know, your top here and just cover that with a more decorative piece, but we're going to just go ahead and keep it like that. Alright, now we'll make a tab, and I'm also going to punch out a circle to add to the tab. I like that look, like I had in my other book. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just cut another 1/2 inch strip. And this is too big. Let's see. I don't know if I can cut a 1/2 inch on here. I don't even know how to do it. Let's find out. I thought this little thing was going to be great, but it's hard to measure on it. Okay. Yeah, it definitely would be better to put the tab on before you put this together. So I'm going to just put a little, I'm going to slip it under here and glue it. But I want to see how big I want it first. Like, I think this is going to be too big. You can glue it around the slider tab so that, you know, you can still slide it. So yeah, that's going to be way too big. I'm going to cut some of that off. And then add a circle to it. So there, that's what that's going to look like. And you can leave it like that, or you can add the circle to it like I did on my other thing. So, first thing I'm going to do is put glue on both sides. And just stick that underneath here. The bottom picture thingy. Just like that. Whoops. Try to line it up with the slider tab. And then fold it. And glue it on the other side, which is going to be a little tricky. Definitely do this part before you put everything together. Alright, so we're going to put that in there. And it's going to go like that. And there we go. Don't want to glue it to anything though. Okay, so we have our tab now. We're going to let it dry, and I'm going to make my circle, which I think I'll just make out of this too. And I'm going to punch out a bunch of them, probably 3, and glue them together. Hey, I wonder if it would be good to, I was going to say glue one on this side and one on that side, but I don't think that'll work out too great, so I guess we'll just glue it on the top side. So, we've got that now. And I'm debating whether I want to keep it going in the zigzag, like the slanted, or like that. I think probably like that. And so now we're going to just put a little bit of glue on the tab and put our little circle on there, and there we have it. It's all done, and when it's dry I will show you how it works, and I'll put it in the book. Alright, so I've chosen this page to attach it to. It's clouds, and I had that sewed to this here. It's sturdier than just one sheet of paper. So we're just going to glue that right on. Don't get any glue on this or this, because you don't want that glued down. And that's where we're going to go with that. And there you go. She can put photographs or, you know, anything she wants. Quotes. Anything, really. You can put anything on there you want. You can even just put stickers. Like, I added some star stickers to each page, but you could just put cute stickers on them, and it'd just be a cute addition to your journal. And the last thing that I'm going to make is a Scrappy notepad. And then the next episode will be the last one, and that'll be the flip through. Alright, so to make a Scrappy notepad, just get a bunch of scrappy pieces of paper and cut them or rip them to different widths and lengths. And this is a piece of paper that I made, that, you know, it's handmade paper. This is I'm not sure if this will work because it's so curly. I think I'll leave that. I leave that, and now, depending on what you want to do with it, if you want it to be like for pictures to put on, or if you want to write on it, would, you know, decide what kind of papers you would need to use. And you can make them raggedy or not. I think I will make this one raggedy. And what we're going to do is we're just kind of stacking them, but we're not going to stack them. That piece is, I think I'll do that side too. They're not going to go straight. We're going to make them all different, going in different directions, if you will. Now, I was going to cut that off, but I kind of like the numbers on there, so I think I'm going to leave that one straight. But I'm going to cut it thinner on the other side. I don't want it to be too wide. So we're going to have that. And then these are too thin. I think I'll find a thicker piece of that. So, yeah, this is how I do it. Sometimes it's hard to get the edges, see, like that. There. Oh, somebody's calling me. And actually the top doesn't need to be deckled like that because you're not even going to see the top. But do that, and I'm going to cut a piece of this that's bigger. The next thing I'm going to do is just arrange my pieces the way I want them to look in the book, and then I'm going to staple them together. So we want them all kind of catty-cornered, and let's see, like that. Not too wide though. I'm thinking like that is good because you can kind of see every piece there. So I'm going to staple that together. One or two places. Oops. I lost my first page there. Okay. Now we'll glue that on. Yeah. Like that. Or not glue on, staple on. You won't want the staples down too low. So I just stitched across this piece of fabric that I'm going to glue across the top. And then I'm going to glue it to this page. I'm probably going to add a couple of little flowers to it to decorate it a little bit. So I am going to, I was going to glue it over that, but I think it's too high. I think I'd rather glue it over here, and I'll figure out something else to cover that up with. And I'm just going to, debating, I think I'm just going to glue across here to the page. Sometimes I glue the bottom page down too, but it's kind of a thin paper, so I don't think that's going to work too good. I'll get lots of glue on there. I'm going to put this right here in the middle. And I'm going to check my little flower bin, see what kind of flowers I've got. I think I have some yellow ones. I do have some little tiny yellow flowers. I don't know, I think they're too tiny. Let's see if I have any bigger flowers. I'm sure I do somewhere. Got this one. It's kind of thick. Yeah, I think I need to be getting some new flowers. Kind of like this one better. So that's the one it's going to be. This one is way too giant and fat. Let's just go ahead and glue that on there. Okay. And that's how that's going to look. a little notepad, or she can put photos on there. Whatever she wants to do. Okay. So that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. And the next episode will be the last one in this one, and then we can move on to doing other things. I appreciate you all so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.